Welcome, everybody, to the Journeymen Lounge podcast.
You better be praying to God because, you're 14 and losses in a row. You're going to need Jesus.
Am I wrong?
I thought you were pretty wrong, yeah. Welcome back, Journeymen Lounge podcast listeners. I am your host, Ryan. To my right, the Bobberino, a.k.a. Bobby. To my left, Old Man River, a.k.a. Woj.
Mr. Questionable, Mr. IR.
Yep, Mr. Back.
So there's a story here. Woj, our gracious host, succumbed to an injury while bowling. Tweaked his back, so it kind of has that Big Lebowski vibes.
He threw it out, right?
He threw it out.
Yeah. So I mean, we didn't record last week because I was laid up on a couch in not a great way, and I was bowling. I fucking felt a tweak, and I was like, that's probably gonna be a problem. And then the next day, I was like, God dang, dude, my back is killing me.
Yeah,
Can barely move. Then, it's getting better, but, it just, it's the timing of when we do the podcast each week. I'm like, dude, it's not going to be fun for me. I'm going to be fucking doubled over in pain.
If you can't even sit for a while, that means you're really in some pain.
Yeah, I was down for the count, for sure, but it's getting better.
And a little background for our podcast listeners. This is the same person, if he shuts a door too hard, could throw out his shoulder. So, I mean, none of this surprises me.
I have a couple thoughts.
Okay.
Well, maybe one question.
Hit me with it.
Question number one. Was the ball a 6-pound ball or what? How are we talking?
I rock a 14.
Oh, okay. He's overcompensating.
And then
That's
I also rock an 8 for a spinny shot, as I call them.
Were you going for a spinny shot or a regular shot?
No, this was just...
Was the first ball or second ball?
I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
It was all a blur after that.
I was thinking maybe you had a big curve one where you had to get a split and you were really putting some English on it, and then that's how you kind of.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I try and throw the ball with some velocity. Even I do a straight ball, and if it works out and I get a strike, great. If I get one pin, I don't have. It's like I have very little control over the straight ball.
Absolutely.
But then when I have that curve ball, there's 2 pins, I just fucking throw it. Just
for the record, I curve it. Now, okay. I do it.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
No, I do it.
No, for sure, absolutely.
I get the bowling ball, I flip it upside down, 2 fingers in, no thumb hole. Been doing it since 14.
I have a quick little stop or pause.
Ryan's called Two-Finger Louie.
NHL season just started, but the thought of the bowling, believe it or not, Mookie Betts. Do you guys know who
I know who Mookie is.
This guy is incredible at bowling, at basketball, at baseball, anything that involves any type of athletic skill. You throw Mookie Betts, I think you're almost amateur or pro level.
You know who else is a good bowler? Chris Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
Would not have but Mookie Betts, I saw all of his highlights. I'm like, how is this guy not, not an NFLer doing other things?
I'm just saying I think he's an athlete.
I think he could do whatever he wanted, and in baseball you make the most money.
Yeah, no, I get the logic.
Most money, longest tenure, least output, least injury.
And like I said, we got the World Series between the Yankees and the Dodgers kicking off on Friday. That's all I wanted to say.
No, that's fine. I got an order of operations here. But the back, though, I just kind of wanted to circle back to that. So with that,
circle Woj to it. Sorry.
Okay, that works. We didn't have the episode last week. There were a couple things as I was editing that I got to bring up here.
We just uploaded our latest. Go like and subscribe.
There's 2. So there's one from 2 weeks ago with all 3 of us. There's Monday night with you and I that did a
right.
40 action there.
We invited you.
All right. So looking back,
I was
for Ryan, when you were in the pick'ems, we both selected Atlanta. You went Carolina. This is a perfect game for the NFC South for Carolina to get one. They lost.
It did.
And I was like, dude, you're going to be looking back next week going, what the fuck was I doing?
like his logic going into it. I'll say that.
It's all right, but that's a win.
Hey, upsets happen.
We didn't bet anything, so it's really all good.
Yeah, I owe you $5. I'm
Bobby,
curious why.
you owe me $5 because for the Washington-Baltimore game that week, I had said that there is no chance that Jaden Daniels will run for more than 31 yards. I gave you the line at 31. You were like, oh, he's for sure going to run for that.
He got injured, right.
I think it was a bad game for him, and I think he got injured.
Hurt his
so
rib.
22 yards.
Yeah, all right,
you're
right. You're right. I took that. I remember that.
$5. So, in order to remedy that, we're just gonna have you put something on the game. For me, it doesn't matter what it is. I'll give you full leisurely.
What, this one coming up?
Yeah, whatever. Just throw it on something. Doesn't matter.
All right, fine.
Okay. Let's also quick touch on the MLB. Bobby, also, you called it in that episode that we did. He was like, it'd be pretty cool if the Yankees and the Dodgers played in the World Series. So.
And you got Garrett Cole on the bump for the Yankees to start things off.
I just got to say, I enjoyed I didn't really watch much baseball, but online, someone was putting together the ALC clips mixed of Major League and Major League 2 with the current series.
That was great.
And it was really great. It really delighted me.
We have Bob Euchre. Oh, he's going to need a fucking
Surround's going to rocket up his ass to get this one.
Oh, shit.
So, I mean, again, other than the MLB, like, they're playing, but I don't really care either way who wins. I'll just kind of say that up front. If the Dodgers win, cool. If the Yankees win, cool.
They both win too much, so it's like.
You know what? Yeah. I like the boys in pinstripes, but the Dodgers, they could use a win.
I mean, I honestly, it's like the Dodgers just won a couple years ago, but the Yankees have won so much that most people are like hating the Yankees like they hate New England. Hey, you won too much. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm fine with it.
The Dodgers are like the new Yankees, though. They're the ones spending all the money, getting all the players.
For like $100 million.
Again, we did delve into that with the fucking baseball salary cap and the stadium and all that shit that we talked about on the last week. But I'm pretty much caught up in terms of our individual stuff. I wanted to just kind of go over a couple big tradesies happen.
Yeah, a lot of activity.
NFL, everything.
In the NFL, and some injuries, okay? I'm going to go shot out of a cannon. First reaction here. Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper trades. Bobby, go.
Love them both. I think definitely Buffalo needs someone to kind of work it through. They had Khalil Shakir, but he's more of a deep threat. He's not going to be your consistent wide receiver one who could pull off those 8 to 15 yarders, no problem. Better hands. Amari Cooper doesn't drop much. And then my boy Adams back with Rodgers. I get it. Now the Jets, they're 2-5. They're not doing too hot, but we'll see if they could shake it up. They're playing New England this week, so it should be a pretty layup.
Yeah, you don't have. Do you have Adams in any league?
I have Adams in my one league with my dad, and that's just a dumpster fire.
I have Adams in 2 leagues. So yeah, I was very much happy that he went to the Jets, and I'm very much happy that he just fucking actually got some targets, got some catches.
Just want to give everyone a quick recap on that. We had Tua. We had
you drafted the entire fucking Raiders.
So like the Raiders, Tua, Zamir White, and a few other people that are now out for the season. We had Godwin out for the season. So it's like, let's just pile it on. Let's go. The whole team.
We'll get to Godwin in a second. But Ryan, what you got on both Adams?
I think it was good moves for both teams. I think it's better for Amari Cooper and the Bills than Devontae. I think because Amari Cooper is just like every time, especially when he gets traded somewhere, he's always like instantly good on the other team. The Bills had no alpha receiver since Diggs left, and now they have one back.
Alpha.
It's true.
He's going to be fucking awesome. He's got the best quarterback he's probably ever played with. And then, Josh Allen's got a legit receiver now, so I think that's a really good move for Buffalo. And you can see last week he already had, 4 catches for 60 yards on touchdown. He doesn't even know the offense. He's already...
Yeah, give me some love on that.
He's already doing things.
I also have Cooper in another league as well, so I was very happy that both of those guys are...
And then the Devontae Adams news is good for Devontae Adams, good for the Jets, obviously, because he already knows their system. It's bad if you have Garrett Wilson, I think. He'll get probably less. Although maybe you could argue could free him up more. I don't know.
I like that argument more. Like now you have to at least pay attention. You have Adams on the other side, so Sauce Gardner. Who do you put him on?
Well, he's on their team.
I'm just saying, someone of his value. Someone of his value. Who do you cover? If you have someone who's
probably cover Devontae Adams.
No, Bobby illustrates
the
point.
Same team, but I'm just thinking.
I know what you're saying.
He was, I think, one of the best
Patrick
corners.
Surtain, who do you put him on?
You just illustrate the point, though, is that they have a lot of weapons now. Give Aaron Rodgers weapons. I'm curious to see what he does.
His O-line sucks, though. God, he is running for his life.
Also, definitely, if you were banking on any type of Lazard fantasy relevance, that's probably not so much anymore.
Hey, you got me my one win. Peace, Lazard.
For the first 6 weeks, he was like wide receiver 18 or something. Like he was doing
under
the radar well. But
still think he's going to get some receptions and pull off maybe a touchdown here and there, but you're right. That's
he's
more of a
very
flex.
touchdown dependent now.
Right. No, agreed. 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For the
other injuries or other.
Going to injuries, you mentioned Godwin gone for the season,
Evans,
most likely.
Like
Evans is probably less time. Aiden Hutchinson that happened right after busted his leg
brutal.
up.
Bad.
And
Detroit's feeling that too.
And Deshaun Watson. So I mean,
fuck him. Sorry.
Hey, I want to say that's low class though. Booing the dude like
Cleveland,
on the field.
Cleveland.
That's
no
that's
class. Terrible, man. Dude, they chanted, "You deserve this."
Nobody deserves. He ain't a good dude. We know that. No, that's someone who's pouring their Achilles.
But $51 million for not being a good dude.
Dude, for what you're mentioning though, the fact that the Browns made a bad business deal with Deshaun Watson, that's neither here nor there.
I'm not about hurting someone. I'm not about physical like injury, but it's not saying he deserved. But I don't like him as a person. I don't like that kind of.
That's absolutely fine, Bobby. We're not talking about people like you. There's people like you, all out that like again, you don't care, but like, hey, you don't like him as a person. To boo a guy who's down literally
down and out. That's poor class.
Horrible.
Right. I think Cleveland that was a real. I mean, I don't really think of Cleveland as like they're very hard, like gritty fucking fans and shit like that. But also they can be shit people.
It's just like
it seems
he's bad. Now you're going to his level almost. Not exactly, but you know what I mean. Like you're sinking down to boo him.
Kick him out.
You have no high ground now. Like you know what I mean.
I get it, but you know.
God. Okay, so we'll flip the script. It's shitty for.
I mean, I just want to say I think you could be like.
They're calling Flacco
not necessarily happy,
I'm sorry.
But you could be excited because now Jameis Winston's playing, but to kick him out while he's down, I'm not for that.
Baker Mayfield, Flacco, they're hurting.
Yeah.
So let's go to Godwin. Godwin, I think they said dislocated
He's
his
out for the rest
ankle
of the season,
or broke his leg. One of the two. I don't have him, so I don't really know. And it's devastating to Tampa Bay to lose all those weapons basically in one swift.
Dude,
go.
Mike Evans thing really fucked me, man. This is horrible. He shouldn't even been playing, I guess. Like he was already like hurting, and then
I'm not gonna lie.
Had a tight,
I'm not gonna lie.
hamstring.
I think that was his decision to play.
No, I know, and
he got a tutty. He got his 100.
Yeah, after he got that tutty, and they saw he was kind of not
limping
right.
away,
Maybe take him out and don't send him on a fucking streak. The next play when he hurt himself, he went on that. He had that touchdown.
And that scene.
No, he didn't catch it. They broke it up.
No, I'm saying he dropped it because he's in pain.
Yeah, he would have caught it normally.
You could
if
see
he was
his
healthy.
face, like as soon as his face, he dropped it. But yeah, just horrible for the Bucks.
Bobby, any thoughts on Chris Godwin?
They lost a bullet down the field, and I know what's his face likes to throw the ball. Like I think Baker Mayfield's had over 270 yards almost I think every week.
Yeah, he's been slinging the ball.
He's been slinging it, but that hurts not having that as an option.
I was gonna say I think it's really interesting to see him the rest of the season, like how he's impacted like fantasy wise.
How did he come back a little bit towards the end of that Baltimore game, man? That was crazy. Like the fact was it was way out of hand, but he brought the score back a little bit.
I wonder who, if anyone, like who steps up for the Bucks. Like they got the McMillan guy, the ghost of Sterling Shepard, and Trey Murphy or whatever his name is.
I think McMillan, dude, he got injured, but he showed a lot of promise early on.
He's
their third round pick, but he seems like he has a lot of drops. So I don't know, but we'll see.
I mean, he's got to throw the ball to somebody.
I didn't want to take a chance on any of them. I could have. I
have McMillan
as a Mike Evans owner. I don't know.
Okay, last topic before we switch it up, just in the fantasy breakdown recap. Russell Wilson comes in, plays pretty well. Justin Fields, bye-bye. I think Justin Fields summed it up pretty well, though. He said, and he's like, if I play better, there's no question who's the starter. And I'm like, yeah, you guys won games, but it wasn't because of him.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a set of balls on Mike Tomlin to do that. You're 4-2 or whatever at that point.
I didn't understand the logic.
That's a risky.
Hey, man, I will go down in saying this. I'll go down every single year until I die. Mike Tomlin is one of the greatest coaches in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's because of shit like this. Like, he just knows I want to do this is a guy to win. He wins games.
He's a leader of men.
He's a great coach.
Mike Tomlin.
I was just telling,
like and subscribe.
I was just telling my brother. Last week after that win. I'm like, I wish the Bears had Mike Tomlin. Man, I've always wanted him. He's just a great, like, a guy you just like. He's a coach you want.
I like that he's emotionally together. What I mean by that is he's not like flying off the cuff. He's very controlled in his. Like, the game's going bad, he's still, like, optimistic.
Right.
Game's going great, he's still cautious. Like, and it's not like, him sprinting, like, yelling at, like, you see certain coaches just yelling at refs, making a big scene. He's not about that.
I will say, as a George Pickens owner, thank God.
Thank fucking Christ, dude. Needed that.
He has been so underused. Like,
is that in the big money league?
Yes.
Okay, transfer right over to your recap.
Thankfully, he's doing better, and I hopefully can keep it up because, like I said, I lost Mike Evans. So that sucks. Anyway, what was I going to say? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, my big money league.
Pickens, yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully going forward, he'll actually be like a wide receiver, too, now.
Just relevant.
Relevant, actually catching passes because for so long, wasn't doing shit. So, as far as last week, we're talking about our teams, right?
Just give a quick recap.
I lost. I had no shot, though, so it's kind of one of those where, like, at least you lost. It wasn't, like, any hope going into it. I played Kenny. He had Javonte Williams put up 25 on Thursday, and then he had Jahmyr Gibbs put up 30. He had DK Metcalf, so he put up like 140 points. So the odds of me winning was unlikely. There sucks that my team just really a lot of them outside of Lamar Jackson and Ken Walker, who both did fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else pretty much shit the bed. Mike Evans got hurt. He had the one touchdown and he got hurt. He's out for a month. Pickens was on my bench. I played Juju and he got a fucking 0, so I did my first ice.
Yeah. So we
explain that.
We're not glossing over that. We gotta take a second here.
Fuck Voodoo Mama Juju. He screwed me over. Ice is when you get a 0 in your lineup. You have to do it's called an ice, right?
Yeah, nice.
So if you know what an ice is,
it's
just do the Smirnoff ice,
but really any
hit
of
a
those
knee and
down on one knee and chug
back.
it in like one chug if you can, basically. Which I'm not a good chugger.
Ryan, I'll give him props, man. He
I housed
killed it.
Without further ado, ice time.
Chug it.
I suck at chugging, by the way, so this might take me like multiple attempts. So forgive me.
Love it. Get on one knee, please. Yeah, there you go. Let's go. All right, he didn't win. I did not expect that. Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Do we have a video?
We do.
We do have a video. It's going to be.
It's in the group.
We'll upload
it's in
it.
the group.
We'll
should upload this.
We're going to put it into the video here because
Nice.
anytime I am just going to institute this because of the podcast.
Yeah.
Anytime we have an ice,
Sure.
it's going to be in the fucking.
I just want to say
in the
too.
video.
I was the last one in the league to get an ice. I went like a whole year and whatever change without getting one.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Everybody fucking is rejoicing that
I
Ryan
know.
fucking got an ice. It's
And if I would have played Pickens like I've been playing and didn't fucking put Juju and I was still had no ice, but that's whatever. It is what it is.
I don't know why you'd put Juju over. Okay, it doesn't
Okay,
matter.
well, because Juju the week before had 130 yards and a touchdown or whatever, and he's
Right.
the main receiver in the Chiefs' offense in a game.
yeah, he was injured or
All right,
something
fair
like
enough,
that. earlier.
fair enough.
Okay,
Sorry.
so
Pickens been doing shit.
Ryan, just real quick, where are you at? What's your record? In
I'm 4-3. I was 4-2. Now I'm 4-3. I'm in.
Okay.
I think I'm in like 5th or 6th place.
Yeah, you're
I'm in
fine.
the hunt. Honestly, the way my team's been playing, I'm happy to be 4-3. Like I had like 3 wins where I came from behind and won. One against you, one
Thank you.
against Matt. I pulled off barely, and one against Juice, where I had like late game heroics. So to be 4-3, I'm happy so far. Hopefully, I can manage to put together some wins. Like I said, it's gonna be difficult without Mike Evans and now Bucky Irving's hurt and all this shit. But we'll see.
Yeah, that
Okay, so
that might hurt.
moving on, Bobby. How'd your shit go? Just focus on last
Real
week. Don't
quick,
go,
5
don't
and
go,
2.
Don't go 2 weeks ago.
No,
is
I
just
know.
what
I
I'm
got the
saying.
loss. I was against my brother-in-law Ryan. His guys his guys showed up. A lot of touchdowns for his dudes. Which I mean, I had a lot of mine. I only had 3 touchdowns among my entire fucking run, and I had C.J. Stroud. So if that kind of paints a picture, he put up 6 points. So yeah, I lost.
in a game that he should have definitely put up more. Very interesting. I had Adam. Shout out to Adam. was in town for his brother's wedding. Also, shout out Brian. Congrats, bruh.
Bruh.
So Adam was in town. It was actually pretty dope because we had bet during the beginning of the season. We play each other twice. It's basically like whoever wins the series will get some sort of prize to be determined later. He kicked my ass by 18, but it was never close. I mean, I had a bye week with Swift. Really sucked. Zach Moss was really questionable on what he would do. He had 7 yards.
Well,
he's
been going down in the depth chart. Seems like,
but
also,
it really just comes down to the fact that Tyreek Hill is just not playing like a first round pick.
Ugh, it's killing me too, dude.
It's really kicking me right in the balls.
Tua is supposed to play this week though.
One reception for 8 yards, and I think he had a run.
His brain is scrambled, man.
I mean, dude, this is the thing with that is that Tua is going to play until he physically cannot play, until he's going to be, you will not be medically cleared for football.
I say we as in Tyreek Hill owners, we need him. We need him bad.
But I'm just saying is that Tyreek Hill aside though is my team is just not. It doesn't have a power punch. The way in which I win games normally in 3 penis wine, or at least this year, is that the other team doesn't have a phenomenal day. They have an average day, and I'm like 112 to 106.
No,
fuck yeah.
No, it's more like 90 to 85. I won. Yay.
That's how I do it, baby.
Yeah, like
it's
that.
my formula.
Your team is all. If I recall, it's a bunch of.
If I recollect,
it's a bunch of underperformers. Guys who could. Guys who had all this promise. Like you had Pickens, right? You have Pickens, you have Tyreek Hill,
right?
Devontae Adams,
yeah.
All these dudes who were like could be good, but for whatever reason, circumstance have not been. But maybe, hopefully, going forward will be. With Tua coming back, Russell Wilson playing, and
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my team is a second half of the season type of team, and I'm gonna bloom, baby.
Okay, yeah. We'll explore that in a few weeks when he's like, I barely made the playoff, and then he loses.
I like the halfway almost check in right now. It's like I'm 3-4 and 3 penis wine, 4-3 in the one,
5-2,
and 5-2.
So hold on, can I talk about that real quick? My brother-in-law Sean, he is 0-7. He will be 0-8 this week.
God damn,
I
Sean.
don't know if it's mathematically possible
not to
get one win. Even if you auto draft and not even change out anyone on your team, I figured you would get at least one. He's going to be 0-8 because I looked at his lineup and what he's against. Ain't happening.
Damn,
but
Sean.
I guess for him, he's like, I only need to not be the Sacco. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, fair point.
That's right, man.
Hold on.
But 0-7, how is that fucking possible?
Question. Who else is in the running for the Sacco?
I think my cousin Stephanie and possibly Heather, but they have like 2 or 3 wins themselves.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking. What's the disparity?
They have some dubs.
Okay, that's Sean. You're online for the Sacco. Your fucking next stop is Sacco, dude. Like
he will not make the playoffs.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. No, I'm kind of knocking him, but man, dude, his team. I did that Wilder quote to this day. Like, hey, do you regret your fantasy draft?
To this day.
I see so many fucking memes online of like fantasy shit that I'm like, yeah, that's me.
No, he's gonna hate if he watches. That's fine. Leave it in the comments.
All right, so
former champ.
I'm pretty good on fantasy.
Yeah, I'm good on fantasy.
I don't
Talk
have
a little bit about tonight, or
let's do the picks. Yes,
all right, picks.
Let's do the picks real quick. So we got Rams, Vikings right now, 7-0 lead. But I was always going to pick the Vikings.
Same, Vikings all day.
Vikings.
Mr. Upset.
No, I'll go Vikings.
Okay,
I thought about it for a second there.
Bullshit. So you were Vikings today. And we might not be Vikings tomorrow.
Puka is back. He just got his catch.
First
catch.
reception since the injury. Yeah.
Amir Abdur-Rahim died. Damn.
Sharif Abdur-Rahim?
No, Amir.
Oh.
It's a coach. Sorry, like it's just a ESPN story. Yo, and I'm sorry, dude. I gotta say something to these motherfuckers at ESPN. But you go ahead.
I was just gonna say we neglected to mention with the other things that the Chiefs traded for DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh yeah, that
was a big move, man. I think that's gonna be big. He's gonna be good.
I think it really depends on I think he can be good,
He's a beast.
but I also think that teams will also assume that he will be good and try and cover him a little bit.
I think that's probably right, but also it opens up Miko Hardman and Xavier Worthy and whoever the
Hopkins goes. Yeah, I know.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me just kind of say that
Worthy, I think,
it
will get
makes
some-
the Chiefs infinitely better.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, though, is like his production in that, I just would assume that everybody else has the same idea of most people of like, DeAndre Hopkins could be scoring 2-3 touchdowns if you don't fucking cover him. I'm thinking other teams are going to be like, we gotta cover this.
I think you
dude.
could pretty much book 6 catches for 60 yards. Every
I
game for
I
him.
absolutely do. Yeah, I
If
would
he gets
agree
a
with that.
touchdown,
We
on top
lost
of
someone
it-
great though over the past week though. Fernando Valenzuela
yeah.
for the Dodgers.
Dodgers pitchers.
Yeah.
He dude, I looked at some of his stats. His first 8 games, didn't let up one run, and he has this crazy screwball that just drops
Yeah.
off.
I mean,
so,
dude, he was
hats off, man. Great.
And that magical 81 season, I
Yep,
believe.
exactly. He came in.
did that
just
ESPN
destroyed it.
30 for 30.
Yeah.
It's very,
It's
very good.
just sad to see him go because he wasn't an over dominating pitcher, but man, he'll make
He
you
had
look
he had a
silly.
good career. It was definitely better early on, but
Yep.
it was still a notable
winning career,
still
yeah.
absolutely notable there. Real quick, before we do the rest of the picks, because I just
Yep.
remembered, do
Yeesh.
Bobby's best Woj's wagers real quick.
Sure.
I just fucking forget to hit the whatchamacallit button. I got a seven legger.
You always put so many legs.
I think I
It's too many.
I know.
I think I had a 7.
Killing me, Petey.
It is a 7. Will not bore you with the details, but it could happen.
All right,
Let's just
so
say that.
mine is Cooper Kupp anytime touchdown, Stafford over 225, Kupp for 70 yards, Kupp for 6
You
receptions,
just cups dick.
and totally, and the score to be over 42.5. That's the one, and then on the other side of it, Vikings win by 7, so the 6.5 point spread. Darnold over 200 yards, Justin Jefferson over 60 yards, and Jordan Addison to get 3 receptions.
I think those are possible.
Yeah. I hope Addison shows up a little bit. We'll see. I think it's going to be we'll see. I hope it's a shootout.
I mean, that's really what you need. You
They're
need
really
the
getting
Rams to
Puka
score.
involved here.
I know, right? I'm happy to see it, but I'd like
All right, let's run through. Hey, let's run through the rest of the
Picks,
picks.
yeah.
So, Eagles, Bengals. I got the Eagles.
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 Ravens, Browns, Ravens.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Titans, Lions.
Lions.
Yes.
Cardinals, Dolphins. I got the Dolphins if Tua's back.
I got the Cardinals there.
Cardinals.
Okay, Jets, Patriots, Jets.
Jets. Yeah.
Patriots upset.
I like it.
Mr.
Upset. I like it.
Graphic.
Graphic.
It's always those division games. You got to pick 'em.
Graphic.
You love the
Bobby.
division
Yeah, I'm
games.
telling you.
Hashtag division games.
Because they play each other tougher, for sure, dude.
Okay, Falcons, Bucks. I got the Falcons.
Falcons.
I got the Bucks.
Man, with the injuries and
They're starting that other dude. Kirk Cousins isn't starting.
starting Penix.
I think they're starting Penix.
No. Fake
okay.
news. Fake
Fake
news.
news.
I
All
didn't
right.
hear that. As I say,
Fake
We'll
news.
see. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me.
Bullshit.
All right, fine. I got the other. I got Tampa.
Okay, take them anyway. Packers, Jags. I got the Packers.
Packers.
Hell yeah, green and gold.
Colts, Texans.
Texans, but it's gonna be a close one. I can see Colts pulling off.
Texans, especially if Andy
You're
Richards.
going Texans though.
I'm going Texans.
Especially if Andy Richards is playing. If Joe Flacco plays, maybe the Colts have a chance.
I love. Put him back in.
Yeah.
Damn, bold fucking words from this.
I mean, I think it's just true. I think
He knows how to fucking score.
Andy Richardson is a hopefully a futurely good. He doesn't have enough experience. Just need him to play. If you want to win now, Flacco's the guy.
Okay. Saints, Chargers.
Chargers. I don't like that matchup.
Chargers. Saints have been horrible.
Spencer Rattler. I don't know.
Yeah. Timu Patrick Mahomes.
The Broncos just said we're gonna blitz you all night long, and Spencer Rattler was like a little boy out there. Couldn't fucking.
You got to
figure
find
out.
that man coverage and just send it up there.
No, he just. I mean, dude, you have at most of the times they had 6 to 7 guys blitzing on each play. Like the Saints fucking just did not know how to hey, put more fucking blockers in, give him more time.
I was like,
what are we doing?
can we also just say that Rattler and the Dolphins getting a backup quarterback is important. You need to have a good backup.
Absolutely,
Like-
especially with Derek Carr. Derek Carr's made of glass.
Like you said with the Colts, Richardson goes down, Flacco comes in. They're not missing a beat. They're even better. Dolphins, Tua goes down. looked like a high school team all of a sudden. It's
fucking
insane.
terrible.
It went.
Muy terrible.
Same with the Saints. They were rolling for like the first
Yes,
month,
yeah.
and then
Dude, I'm sad about that. Though.
Hold on,
I had such higher hopes.
All right,
that's all.
let's finish this up. Bills, Seahawks. I got the Bills? Question.
who's home?
Seahawks.
Seattle.
I'm going Seattle too.
I got Bills question mark.
When Seattle's home, it's
putting
just
it-
they got a little,
They got
a little more
an
juice to
edge.
cook with.
Yeah.
A little more juice. Panthers, Broncos. Panthers got Trey Young back in.
Oh God, Broncos.
Still
Broncos.
Broncos.
They might win by like 40.
I think it's going to be a lot of Broncos. We got Chiefs, Raiders, Chiefs.
Yeah.
Bears, Commanders. I'm going Bears. Confident Bears.
Bears, especially if Daniels is not playing, I'm more
Bears.
confident in it, but I'll go Bears regardless.
Daniels, if he's playing, I'm going Washington. If he's not, Bears.
Irregardless.
Daniels playing Washington. If he's not,
No,
Bears.
Bobby, this isn't how that
it's a
fucking
fair
works.
statement. We don't know yet.
But we're doing
It's
picks
Thursday.
We're doing picks of the game like
Fine,
this.
Washington.
Same thing
Fine.
like our pick 'em, which I totally forgot to mention, dude.
Did you not do
We didn't
yours?
last week?
Dude, no.
You already won twice, this
Stop.
asshole.
Bobby, when we did it on Monday night,
Yeah.
the podcast ended before the end of the game. So the whole podcast, I'm just bitching about like, fuck, the game is over. Like, there's no chance they're gonna score like 40 points.
Yeah,
in the
you're
fucking
bitching the
second half.
entire time.
Bitching the whole time.
And he ends up winning his
There's
bet
only 2 field goals that happened in the second half of the Jets Buffalo game, and I won the pick 'em by like
because
one
of the Monday Night
tiebreaker.
Football. Yeah.
I just
I
had
was
to
trying to
mention
tease
it.
him though. I was like, "Is this Price is Right rules? So if you go, like, if it's over, you lose." You know?
Bullshit.
I know. I got him all. He won though.
No,
That
I
was
did
lucky
win
charm.
2 times in a row, and
Then
then
he
Brock,
hung up
and
on
then-
me.
and then Brock fucking won that this week.
He didn't even pick his number 4.
I mean,
pick.
that's how dominant he was.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Fucking
I was close though. I had
Bobby, you were close, and then you fell.
I fell
like,
off because I had a lot of points on the Chargers winning.
Chargers, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Go Chargers, go.
Field goals. Field goal.
Okay, but in the picks of the week, it's simply right now, lock it in.
Yeah,
I'm Bears. He's Bears. You're
I'm Washington.
Washington.
I
Thank
just
you.
want to say I have nothing wrong with the caveat. It's only Thursday. It's an important caveat.
But I'm saying though is that
I like it though. No,
Do I have a
you
time?
jump in the pool,
Do
man.
we have a time machine?
No, jump in the pool. It's time to get wet. It's time
Well,
to
it's
make a
if
decision.
people are wondering if they're making bets and they want to know our opinions, he's just saying, hey, if Jane Dales does not play, do not bet.
That's fine. I'll still take it. Whatever. I
It's
think
a
he will
fa-
play though.
Okay, now you just made me just have a genius idea. Maybe for the rest of the season, we're just gonna do everybody's pick. I'm just gonna fucking throw in like a 25-cent for the entire week. Maybe I'll do that. So like whatever you're gonna pick for the entire week, whatever you're gonna pick for the time.
Oh.
See if somebody gets one right at 25 cents. That's got to be like fucking.
All right.
I don't know.
Over the
At
course,
least a
yeah,
couple
I get it.
$100, right?
Yeah, why not?
Cowboys, 49ers. Cowboys are looking like trash.
Niners.
I'm gonna go Cowboys on a whim. Just
Okay.
hoping if Purdy
They
has
had,
an off
they
day.
had a bye week.
Is CMC playing?
No.
No.
Okay, then yeah.
Bobby's a closet Cowboys fan.
No, the fuck I am.
I,
I didn't even draft Lamb
I
because
am.
of that. And my boy Brees Hall's doing well, so
nothing
blow
wrong
me.
with that. Nothing wrong with that. Giants, Steelers.
Steelers for sure.
Steelers.
Giants are dog shit.
Steelers.
Well, out of their dog shit, they're improved, but they're not great. You know.
You're above Carolina in my shit ring, and I mean that's not much.
And Bobby's shit ring brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Oh, I'd love to get them to
AKA
sponsor us.
Hardee's.
Yeah, I don't know.
We got the meats.
that's
Brought to you by Woj's Chiropractor.
Yeah, right. Thermacare,
Nah, fuck them.
lumbar support.
If they were good, I'd be better.
Did they just tell you to stretch it out on the roller or something?
Give me some stem cells, man.
Did you install that thing in your shower so you don't fall over?
No, I installed
Did you get a
fucking.
life alert bracelet?
Oh really? Oh
Like
really?
those commercials. Oh my
It's a
god, I
fucking
fall.
1-2 punch
I
from
found
fucking.
it. I can't get up.
I'm getting 1-2
Oh,
punch.
dude,
We're-
you're younger than me. You're younger than me by like 4 years.
We're ending this fucking episode.
I was just
this
say,
segment
I just
right
wanted
now.
to say before I didn't mention it. I thought it was funny, maybe ironic that you did a whole entire summer of like golfing 50 times, and you bend over all the time, and you swing your back, and you were money.
doing great. He was
but
money,
bowling one time fucking took you out. Crazy, right?
Bowling is a cruel mistress. We all know it.
I think if you sneeze too hard, you might get injured.
That's a Sosa right there.
Yeah, really. Fucking so. All right, we're ending it mainly because we got to get to the movie review.
That's good.
Texas,
Give me some. There it is.
Whose pick was
It
this?
was Bobby's.
Bobby's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003.
2003. Yep.
Grab a beer. We'll be back. 30 seconds.
Adios.
Cool. Adios. Welcome back, Journeymen Lounge podcast listeners. We have a quick brief before we get started on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Woj wanted to talk a little bit about the Bulls. The NBA season's just kicking off.
Yeah, let's do just Blackhawks, just a real quick
and
check-in.
Blackhawks, yeah.
Blackhawks are sub 500.
Yeah, that wouldn't shock me. Like I said, the season just started, but I don't see us doing that well.
It's to me, it's just not looking good. I don't think.
And
they
what's
got
this
the
new? You guys know it's real
2
quick.
4-1 right now.
They they have a new hockey team called the Utah Hockey Team.
Yeah,
What kind of fucking dumb shit is that?
Terrible expansion.
It's so generic. It looks like a made-up team you do in like 2K or something.
Exactly. It makes no sense. I
Maybe
hope they
that's-
change it this year.
Maybe that's what they're going.
Can I
for,
say
honestly.
though, the color scheme is fantastic. It's like the Panthers or something like that, like blue and
blue and the white
Yeah,
and
and it
like-
looks good, black. It looks good, but then it's so basic. It's just Utah Hockey Club.
Interesting.
What
It
the
couldn't be
fuck
anything
is that?
else. The Utah Snow or
Yeah,
Well, they have the
Blizzard,
Avalanche
the
right
Blizzard.
there.
I don't know, whatever.
They could have done anything.
Anything.
Anything. The
Mormons,
fucking Yetis or
the
something
Mormon,
like that.
Utah Yetis. That's perfect.
That would have been great.
You just thought of it right there.
There you go. You
that's
heard it
already,
first.
That's already
Yeah.
better than anything.
Jesus. Anything's better than the fucking. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's all that I give a shit about the Blackhawks. We'll check in back in the
Bulls will be
Yeah.
another disappointing year.
Bulls 0-1, shocker.
Dude.
I'll just give you my 2-second kind of analysis of the Bulls. Billy Donovan ran a fucking 2-3 zone for a good half a quarter, maybe even more. What are we doing? The NBA is man-to-man defense. That's what they do. Play man-to-man defense. They scored fucking more points against the fucking 2-3 than they did on man-to-man. And to me, he can't play the rotations correctly. He doesn't find the hot hand. And also, again, I'm going to say it again this year, Vucevic, you are a big vagina. Jesus Christ. No presence in the lane. We're soft as church music in fucking Chicago. Go ahead, Ryan.
So many thoughts running through my head. Where to start? Okay, where to
Oh my
start?
God.
Well, first of all, I saw the game the other day was like 81-80. What is this, like 1997? That was crazy. That was the final score of the game. The Celtics put up like 160 in the other game they put against the Knicks.
Yeah, they were killing it.
Insane. Anyway, as far as the Bulls go, well, first of all, we should be tanking for Cooper Flagg. This guy is a once in a one of these types of guys where you tank for Flagg, and we're not like bad enough to do that. Probably, I guarantee it'll be the same thing we always do. We make the play-in game, and then that's it. And then like we're good. We're on like the 8, 9, 10 area seed. It's always the same shit. Also, roster-wise, we have like 8 guards on the team. Well, too many. There's like all the same position. You got Kobe White, Giddey, Levine,
It's a sign of the times.
Lonzo
man.
Ball's coming back, Io DeSumo, Javon Carter.
Wait, Alonzo Ball signed with.
No, he's back. He's back from
Lonzo.
Lonzo. He's back from injury. He's been out for like 3 years.
Yeah,
2
you
years.
did.
He was part of the Bulls?
Yeah,
Yeah, you didn't know Denzel was?
he was really good 2 years ago before he got hurt. We were one of the best teams in the league with him. Anyway,
So there's a
have
lot of guards. yeah.
too many fucking guards. Like, and we still have no power forward. I've been saying this for like 6 years
Zero
now.
power
Since
forward.
we lost Markkinen.
And you're also not a huge fan of Patrick
Patrick
Williams.
Williams
as
sucks.
well.
They
Patrick Williams was fine.
They extended him
in the
last year for
first
no reason, for doing nothing.
A lot of money for nothing.
What
but
would you do here, as I said?
I will say that they're still leaning a lot on Vucevic. And the other part that I really, again, hate about Billy Donovan is that, in my mind, Lonzo Ball is under contract, okay? He is a part of your team. He is not showing any type of discomfort or fucking issue with his knee. He's a full participant or whatever. He needs to play more minutes because if Lonzo Ball is in the game, he can be a game changer. But for whatever reason, Billy Donovan was like, no, Lonzo plays 7 minutes.
Well, you sure it's because he's not easing him back in after injury?
I don't, and this is where people might disagree with me, but I don't give a fuck. You're under contract. You haven't played for our team in almost a year and a half, 2 years. Suit the fuck up. And I know this isn't Lonzo. If you go Lonzo, you're starting right now, he'll be like, hell yeah, dude. This is a coaching decision to ease him in. Fuck that. In the immortal words of fucking Paulie
Galtieri.
Paulie Walnuts.
Fuck that.
Well, a counterpoint, I would say, and I don't know if this is, I'm not Billy Donovan, but maybe he's easing him back because of injury, like I said, and because he knows how important he is to their success potentially, that if he wastes him now in the beginning of the year when it doesn't mean shit, then, you know what I mean? Like, maybe he's hoping ramp him up, and then by, like, Christmas, around there, he'll be back to full. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
No, it's fine.
But either way,
Not reacting to
we
that.
should be getting rid of fucking Levine. Vooch should be gone.
You've been saying that.
Nobody wants his contract. You paid him too
I
much.
know, that's the problem.
20 mil a year for Vucevic is overpaid.
And for Levine, they like $50 million a year
Wait,
for
that
him.
guy gets $20 million for that dog shit performance?
Vucevic is fucking.
Oh my God, him's barely
So-
getting 12 a game.
We need to get into a true tank mode, and we need to get rid of these other players.
Ryan's on tank. I was just talking with Snoop, shout out, the other day, saying that I'm hoping that we can turn that team, maybe trade for somebody, maybe add in a center that can really be a powerful force. Like an Andre Drummond was solid as a backup.
We had him, yes.
I mean, he went to greener pastures, but I'm just saying is that the Bulls' ceiling is very low. Their floor is very low. It's going to be another rough fucking winter in Chicago.
Yeah, it's going to be the same bullshit.
So take the opponents and the under, guys.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, if the Bulls are playing a good team, I take it back. If I bet on the Bulls to win, you know that they're fucking losing, and that's a lock. All right, so let's switch gears. Let's talk about something a little bit more cheery. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003.
Yeah, so this is 2003. This is an adaptation off the 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, it's a remake. Don't fucking spin it up. It's a remake.
It's a remake. Adaptation, same thing.
Adaptation makes it sound fancier than it is. It's a fucking horror remake.
I feel like adaptations are only used when it's like a book and you're adapting it to a screenplay.
Oh, shots
Oh my
fired.
God! All
I
right.
could be wrong.
You just
All
got
right.
eviscerated.
Yeah, let me pull out my
I'm just saying. I
dictionary.
don't know. I don't
Well,
mean.
technically.
Hold on. Sorry, let me do it.
All right, so let me break down a summary of this. So it's a
Synopsis.
2003 version. I'll just say that
Remake.
Of
Remake.
Fine, whatever. Of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is loosely based off of a serial killer, Ed Gein, but obviously they kind of went a different direction in the sense that it follows a lot of the horror genre that came up in the 80s.
Put the mic up a little bit.
Up in the 80s where we had Jason, where you had your Freddy. So he is this disfigured, probably inbred hick who worked at, so I guess spoiler alert to everyone who haven't seen this movie.
It's only been out for 20
Right,
years.
no, who worked at a meat processing or a slaughterhouse, and at some point, his kind of odd rung family just took over the town and probably murdered off everyone else or anyone that came
Yeah.
through the city
I
or through the town.
I
So
had questions about that.
let me finish that. Let me
yeah,
finish.
let's-
So in this scenario, there is a group just got 2 pounds of the good
The Chiba.
from Mexico, and they're heading to a concert in Dallas.
Leonard Skinner.
And they run across this one woman walking in the middle of the road who's obviously in tough shape, and then in doing so, they make their way to the closest town, aka that same town that everything kind of went to hell. And from there, it's bodies just being picked off left and right by this crazy ass family and Leatherface.
Well, the woman is distraught, and she just came from the town, and she escaped the family, who's like a family of cannibals. She blows her brains out in the back of their van or whatever. Pretty graphic.
Yeah.
And then it kind of, again, we're spoiling it. Later on, Jessica Biel is basically this girl later on because she went through the same thing.
Right.
Where
Copy
she
paste.
She gets picked up by the trucker. No, you can't go back there.
Which I kind of like the fact they
No, it
did
was-
a full circle.
yeah, it was good.
In terms of how it began and how kind of things were wrapping up. But
Yeah, I just had a question. Like I know I'm kind of jumping things. Like, so you were mentioning with the town. Yeah, is the town like abandoned? Like I was trying to figure this out. Like,
So-
did they eat everybody? Did everybody leave?
So, like I said, I think that's open for interpretation,
Yeah.
but this isn't what would be Kingsland, Texas, Kansas, which is a small town northwest.
This is also in 1973 is when the movie
Right.
takes place.
Sure.
So I think it's just playing on the fact that, hey, this is a small Texas town at the time. And basically, at those times, there are no, 1,000 population cities. It's only in the bigger
You have the
stuff.
sheriff of the town, and
So
that's about it.
You got the sheriff. You got a fucking local quick stop or
Well,
diner.
He's
and
not even a real sheriff. He's part of the family.
Right.
Like,
Now, I think he assumed that role after he killed off, some
what
of
I'm
the other
saying
towns.
though is that again, this portrays an area that like in the 70s, you're not having like all of this stuff, and I kind of praise the movie for this. Is like all of this stuff is very realistic. Oh yeah, hey, we got to call the sheriff on the phone at the diner or the quick stop. Then okay, the sheriff is not able to come by for 2 hours because they're doing something about like
no, for sure.
that's kind of like, but I'm saying I think they just play into that a lot of like there's not a lot of people around. It's early.
I've seen this movie a handful of times. I always, especially this last time, wondering was like, so they got the meat packing plant, they got their own barbecue place, they got the house, the trailer, and with the two women,
a bunch of the abandoned vehicles.
Basically, there's like 7. The only people in the town are the 7 family members or whatever they are. 6.
I have a thought on that. So he did work at a meat processing or a slaughterhouse that was close enough within earshot of their farm. So I'm thinking, if anything, there might have been 2 or 3 other families that lived or resided in the town, and they just got rid of them. Who's going to miss? No offense, if you take out 2 to 3 families, let's say 8 or 9 people, that's
right.
it.
So like, do you think like maybe
you own the town essentially?
He cut other people's faces off, and then those families fled, or he just did it to killed everybody in the town.
I'm under the impression that he killed everyone in the town because some type of police report or something would have made its way to researching or checking this out if they didn't kind of clean house. That's just my own take on it. What would your thoughts? Or you don't care?
We're good. Move on.
All right, so we get into Leatherface, which is I think one of the prolific type of serial killers or type of horror genre and what we're used to, I guess, in the new age. I'm not sure if there's
I mean, this is a pure. This is in a
He's
pure
one of the
slash.
classic slashers.
He's a
But
classic slasher,
this is a pure slasher film.
It is,
You got
absolutely.
limbs
It's
getting
blood and
cut
gore.
off. You got fucking.
Yeah, if you have a weak stomach, don't
shit.
watch this. It is very graphic.
I mean,
and even the
definitely.
original, 74 was...
Even besides the violent shit, all just the stinky meat and the lying around with the flies and the dirt and the...
Ugh. So I guess my thought was we got Leatherface, and I just want to do it's quick out of the cannon. Who's your favorite,
horror
movie
killer?
Yeah.
Probably Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I'd go that route too, but he's a really close second for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Really close second.
I'd probably say Michael Myers.
Who's your first?
No, I'd say Michael Myers. I'm right on board with you, but I'm a big John Carpenter fan. I was just curious if anyone else.
Okay, am I crazy? Did you not say that's my second?
No, I said Leatherface is my second.
second.
Leatherface.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a close second because I really thought that this was done well.
Also, Freddy Krueger's pretty good too.
Yes, you gotta love Freddy Krueger. All right, so I guess I'm gonna knock it over to real quick. We have a bunch of different actors in this. I guess not a huge depth, but you have. Go ahead. You know this better than me.
Like a Jessica Biel as the main girl, Eric Balfour as the boyfriend.
Kemper, who gets killed pretty quickly.
The one guy's from She's Out of My League, the blonde dude. What's his name?
Sorry.
Mike Vogel.
So, yeah, Mike Vogel. You got Jonathan Tucker, Morgan, Erica Learson, the Pepper. That's the fucking hitchhiker.
That's the other girl. Yeah.
Arlie Ermey, the fucking man. David Dorfman's been in a couple things. You also
got Brad Leland's the truck driver,
who's also in Friday Night Lights, the
Yep.
movie. John Larroquette is the narrator.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the main.
It's a pretty small cast. It's like a 12-person movie maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
So I would just mention, are we doing cast right now? Is that what
let's run over the cast real quick.
Okay, so I just got a couple things to go over. First of all, this movie is very surprising in the sense that I think that the supporting cast is played very well, from the mother / clerk who's Mammy Meek.
Oh, the old guy in the wheelchair was really good.
The old guy in the wheelchair, Terrence Evans.
The creepy women in the trailer.
The creepy women in the trailer, Kathy Lampkin.
Especially the fat one.
Yep.
Kathy Lampkin.
Oh my.
Do you think Kathy Lampkin was never mind. Okay, moving on. Okay.
I don't know what you're asking.
Yeah, I don't
me.
know. I kinda
David
trailed
Dorff.
off.
I mean, I just think that the supporting cast actually did it very well. Of like, yo, I do believe this very much that these people are like crazy motherfuckers. The main cast besides Jessica Biel being so goddamn hot in this movie, I really and I take it back. Mike Vogel is also I think a underrated actor for sure. The Jonathan Tucker, I think he's a good villain guy, but I hate him as like the weed smoking. Like,
dude, well he's the smartest guy in the movie.
Yeah.
He's the best guy in the fucking movie.
We'll get to the smarting part of it. But go ahead. Sorry,
go ahead with him.
I'm just saying, hit me with some cast stuff.
Oh, okay.
And Arlie Ermy is my dude.
I had three.
Yeah, Arlie Ermy is freaking awesome.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to my cast shit.
Go ahead.
For the scene stealing supporting performance, I had Morgan. I mean, Arlie Ermey's the obvious choice, but if we're not saying him, I'm gonna go Morgan, the glasses guy.
Jonathan Tucker.
Yeah, sure, whatever his name is.
Okay.
He was the smartest one the whole time, being like, "Let's get the fuck out of here. What are we doing? We have weed on us. We have 2 pounds of weed. Why are we picking up this hitchhiking girl? Why are we still staying here after the cops haven't shown up? Why are we doing that?" And like the whole time he's on point. Like everyone else just listen to him. They've been fine. Even though he's like kind of like abrasive and also like
whatever. No, he's speaking truths.
But he's like he is. I just want to say really quick too, if we're doing the casting for that guy, I had 3 nominations for that guy.
Let's hear it.
Kemper is Eric Balfour. He's in 24.
Yeah, he is.
Andy, Mike Vogel, she's out of my league, and a couple other things.
Out of my league, yeah.
And then Brad Leland, Friday Night Lights, Buddy Garrity, the show, and in the movie as well. He plays the other guy. Those are my 3 that people.
That guys.
Okay.
I would agree. I guess what caught me off of this, and this is more of me getting pissed off, and I mentioned this when Woj was here before you got here. I want to dive into the plot a little bit. So right out of the gate, we have this vagabond or some transient who's walking middle of the road, clearly has gone through some shit.
Distraught, to say the least.
Distraught to say, and this is in the 70s, so you got to put yourself in the 70s. You just came back from Mexico with 2 pounds of fucking kush, and you're making your way to a concert in Dallas, which is still pretty far out. Guess what? I'm not pulling over. But if I go into the next town to fuel up, when I'm in a more populous area, I'd call and be like, "Hey, by the by, there was a woman who probably needs some help on Highway blah heading west."
Well,
that would be here'd be me, whoop, around her.
The thing
around her.
The only counterpoint I would say is they didn't tell Jessica Biel they had weed on them, so she had no idea. So maybe had she known, I don't think so, because she's portrayed as like this girl who cares about everyone
who apparently goes to jail but doesn't use her fucking head. Yeah,
right. No, but she's always like, we had to pick her up. She needed help, and then when their boyfriend goes missing, we're not leaving. Yeah. We're not leaving without him.
No, the fuck we are. You're right. Morgan was the only one with some sense.
Okay.
I guess what is some big plot hole or not something that just pissed you off?
I mean, this is my entire problem with all of horror movies and a majority of horror movies. Some are done right. It's just the fact that this is a gross mistake of. There is no way in fucking hell that anybody with any amount of logic or sense stays and does the things that they do. It is the dumbest thing of all time. Not only, Bobby, you're talking about absolutely that don't pick up the homeless person on the road, walking down the road, but then it's simply like, oh, well, no, you have to meet the sheriff at the meatpacking plant. How about go fuck yourself?
Why would I go to the police station?
Wait, the moment she...
Stop. Then, hey, how about... little boy goes, oh, this is how you get to the sheriff's station. It's a fucking house in the middle of the fucking thing. How about, nope, I'm not going in there. Fuck that noise. I mean, I'm sorry, it just was 10 different fucking things of why do you keep doing
when
this
you
shit?
Stop into the stinky meat truck
barbecue
stop?
Yeah. Okay, let's assume Bobby, I'm already driving around her and we're in Dallas getting high watching Aerosmith or something. That's my plan.
Honestly, if it's 73, we're going to Leonard Skinner.
Well, so
that's fine. They're Leonard Skinner. Fine,
no, but I'm saying we're doing Leonard Skinner.
Absolutely. No, but
that's where they were going.
Assume we pick this girl up and she puts a gun in her mouth and fucking sends herself to Jesus. I would, if that's the situation, me and Woj both talked about this. The moment that happened, there's no way.
Well, you got to clean up the mess in the car, though.
No, I would go
Bobby
Mr. Wolf
actually
with this. I'd break
thought
out
about
the
it,
rest of the window and throw down some blankets and get some of the heavier shit out. That's all you can do.
Probably, yeah.
Bobby did go full
Winston
Mr. Wolf.
yeah.
Sorry, that's a call out to another.
No, that's
Reservoir
true.
Dogs.
They fucked up picking her up. I mean, I know
It's
it's
not
the
Reservoir
it's the 70s and whatever, but that's just.
Oh, sorry,
Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
My bad.
Sorry.
We did Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
We're gonna do Pulp Fiction.
All right, go ahead.
Yes.
Sorry.
Are we doing just picking this now? Or?
Yeah, a little bit of picky nits. I guess for me, I'm more irritated and I'm still on that thing. Maybe I should flip over to maybe your favorite scene before we do picky nits. So let's do favorite scenes.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm gonna open up by saying I absolutely love the opening and closing where it's a narration over like a grainy
with the
film,
found footage.
VHS
really
tape
cool.
or whatever the fuck Betamax
I
that they were
100% agree.
recording on. I love that, and then they go into the story. It makes it so much better because so many movies in general just open up on like, here we are, we're here.
And to me, when I saw it when I was, it came out when I was like 14 or whatever. I probably saw it when I was like 16, 17. Like, I was like, did this really happen? Like, I thought it was real. Like, you know, like because the footage looks legit, it looks real, or especially the ending where the Leatherface just pops up on the camera. This is the only known image we've ever seen of
Thomas,
or whatever.
What was it? Witter?
Thomas Hewitt.
Freaked the hell out of me when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, creepy as shit.
Still kind of was a little freaky to be honest.
Oh
with you.
hell yeah, it was Thomas Hewitt. Boom boom boom.
Yeah, dude, for sure. I think for scenes, I had any scene with R. Lee Ermey when he's like interrogating them.
That's a wide paintbrush.
Sure,
there,
But
okay.
his monologues though when he's fucking.
I'll say
talking.
specifically when he has Morgan and the
Do the
two girls,
reenactment.
and where Morgan do the reenactment in the car with them, and he's not doing it.
Yeah, you're a killer.
Oh, it looks like he was over to the middle. You're to the right. Why don't you go there? Oh, it wasn't like that. It was like this. Put it in your mouth. And then he turns the gun on him.
Again, another instance of a sheriff going reenact the murder. Fuck you.
Well, at that point, what are you gonna do in the middle of nowhere? This guy's a gun. You know?
Bobby and I also talked about this. So, like, R. Lee Ermey that is posing as a sheriff gets the guy to put the gun in his mouth. He's like, "Well, what happens next?" He takes it out. He points it at him, and he shoots it. And
Click.
it goes
Yeah.
click. No rounds in the no rounds in the gun.
Yeah.
And Bobby and I were in the same way. Like, yes, we would have done the exact same thing because at that point, again, the logical brain kicks in of like, this is
this guy's threatening.
This is shoddy police.
Dude, you already you should have known when they had you saran wrap the body with the girl. Like, all right, help me with the body, get it out of the trunk and saran wrap it. Like, what the fuck? There's no ME, there's no coroner, there's no other cops.
Did you just shorten medical examiner for ME?
I like it.
Damn.
Dude, he's killing it today.
Never heard
All
that.
Oh, man, I watch a lot of TV. It's just kind of like I was watching The Wire and things. This guy's just standard.
I'll go with it just a couple here. So the girl killing herself in the van, and then the
That was
smoke
intense.
comes out of her mouth.
Out of
I
her
mean,
mouth.
it was a good.
That was
kill.
the my pick for best cinematic shot too.
Yeah,
It shows her head through the window.
Yeah, that was a cool.
It was a good kill, and I will say that they had pretty good kills. Good horror murders is what I put down. But then also the killing of the Andy.
Yes, when he gets his leg chopped off in the clothesline.
Yeah,
scene.
I mean that was brutal.
I had
He gets
that
his
too.
leg chopped, tourniquet, like keeps him alive, puts him on a meat skewer.
Puts it salt in the wound.
Yeah, he
Salt
salts
in
and ties it off.
Right. Bobby and I kind of went back and forth on I don't know if he would still be alive in the time frame of how long it takes him to drag him to the basement.
Oh, because the blood loss.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
You are losing a whole leg.
Your femoral already runs pretty much all the way down. So I'd say if he didn't cinch it off within 5 to 7 minutes, he's dead. But the guy's big enough; he could have dragged that body back in no time.
I would say too. He's probably got plenty of practice doing this. So
you saw he was a skilled person. He knew how to
Mm-hmm.
he works at the slaughterhouse, so he knows how to cut meat. He knows how to. You saw him sew. He knows how to.
I don't know. I mean, you're.
I'm just saying regardless of him being a serial killer, he's skilled.
Hold on. Let's just throw out the fact though that we do not know exactly who worked at the slaughterhouse and who didn't. Because I also get a strong feeling that R. Lee Ermey's character, which I think his name is Junior, Sheriff, or they refer to him as Sheriff Junior. He could have worked at it. So could a guy with no fucking legs. the old
Yeah, the other
Monty.
grandpa.
We have no
or-
idea. That's the whole like mystery. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Where
is
is
like, I don't know.
everybody in this town?
I'm just not giving Leatherface like a whole lot of precision on like he knows how to cut off a beef shank.
I'll just say this: he had all the equipment, he had the setup. The one thing I never understood was why was that whole cellar or like furnace area a goddamn like pool, like water, like
Dude,
Yeah.
the smell in that would have gagged a maggot.
all the fucking the faces and skin and all the meat
Yeah.
upstairs.
Dude, there was
But
decomposing
no, but
bodies.
it seemed
Yeah,
like there was
that's
just
what I'm saying.
puddles of shit. Like you only have so much blood in you. There's not like it just
no,
don't-
it wasn't blood. There was
No,
leaks in the
I know, but it blew my mind. I was like, dude,
shoddy.
it's a-
How
like,
about-
it makes it a lot more ominous.
How about
too.
when he drags Andy down there and his nail gets caught in
Yep.
the wall?
Oh, yeah, that was rough.
Oh, fuck,
That was rough.
man.
There's a lot of rough moments in this one.
fingers on chalkboard.
Well, and he gets cut in half. The one dude in the cabin area.
I don't think he
Yeah.
really gets cut in half. I think he gets popped. He just is a chainsaw to the gut. It's not fun.
I was
but
like, honestly, I think for scenes like this movie hums from like when Jessica Biel's trying to hotwire the car and then Leatherface comes.
well, I mean, it's
after
all
her.
action. It's all action.
Plus the thing, like
after
from
a
that
certain-
point, like it's on. Like
Yeah, for
she
sure.
goes to the trailer and then she finds out that they're like part of the family.
So that's actually one of my favorite
Yeah.
scenes was the trailer scene because those two women and that whole like
yeah.
dialogue between all of them.
Oh, she's like, let me use your phone. Let
Scary
me use
as
your
hell.
phone. I
And
don't
then
have a phone. And she's on the phone. Like, what?
yeah,
are you?
within a few minutes, and then
Yeah.
have some tea. You know, they just that would creep me the fuck out.
Oh
I'm
my
like, I'm gonna
God.
murder you. I'm gonna murder you, and I'm taking this baby
They
with
drug
me.
her with the tea.
Yeah,
yeah.
dude. That like I think for me because you even saw that before you got in there, like he stopped running. You saw him stop running. Saw the trailer and just that's like that. You know, boom, and then inside.
Also, I don't know if this is said or if it's we've known or not, but I definitely think that the family is like inbreeding. it
Oh,
seems
hell
like.
yeah, they are.
The kids fucking weird looking. The woman in the trailer, not the big one, the mother,
Yeah.
the smaller one. She's fucking weird looking. Like some shit's going on in the family.
I mean,
where it's like-
you definitely they're not giving 3 squares a day and hugs all day.
no, but I'm saying like I think there was like some like said like the cousin or brother.
I'm just saying
fucking
it's
some,
like even if they're born outside, you put a kid in that environment.
Sure.
they're fucked
doesn't
6
help.
ways to
No, you're
Sunday.
right. You're right.
But the last one I just had is the killing of the sheriff. Just fucking
Backing over.
mow
that.
it. Just did it.
Reverse,
Did-did-it.
and then another.
That
one.
was a
just
good.
did it.
That was a good.
It's a good way
like
to kill him.
bait and switch too, where you thought she was in the truck
Hotwiring
with,
the truck,
and it
yeah.
was actually she's hotwiring the sheriff's car. That was kind of good. That was a good moment.
Didn't it scare you at the end with the
Oh,
chain?
yeah, when he comes out of
that
nowhere.
jump that made me jump when I saw it in the theater.
I mean,
Some good jumps.
definitely when her and Morgan or the little boy helps him escape through the house through
Yep.
the maze, and they're hiding in the other house, and then like the slaughterhouse is probably one of the best scenes where she's hiding out
Yeah,
in there, and
that
she's
was so cool.
plus her tits look phenomenal, and she's cold
Then
and
she
it's
just
wet.
fucking-
I just like the use.
And
of
she chops like a fucking Paul Bunyan. Just
Yeah, she hacks away with the cleaver. And like I said, there's some obviously consistency or errors that I would like to point out. The moment someone gets, probably hit with the cleaver, it's not like you're going to leave your arm out there and be like, "Oh, please, honey, hack, get your cuts in." And then the moment he drops when he hung up the one dude to the chandelier and about to axe him, the chainsaw sitting right there. And
thank
she's
you.
like, "Stop it, big man,
Okay,
stop it."
I
I'm
had-
like,
I had
"Oh
it.
my
Hold on,
god."
there's
Had
a-
it in the picky nits.
All right, let's go to picky nits. Let's just
Okay,
say this
let's do
right.
it. That's fine.
Let me start right there. Aaron, pick up the chainsaw when Morgan knocks out of his hand when he's on the
The
chandelier.
other girl's getting killed.
Pick
She's
it
like
up. What
just
are you-
watching, just witnessing it.
What are you
Where
doing?
to help?
Also, this is kind of weird. Why does the legless man have in the wheelchair have a cane?
have a cane. I put that down.
I don't
too.
understand why he has.
What the fuck do you need a cane?
He can't use a cane. He has no legs.
What's that gonna do for you?
It was weird. And then I already said we were talking about this. Where are the other people's town citizens? Are there any people in the town? What's going on there? We already talked about that. That was my 3.
Yeah, there were some continuity errors for sure. There were some times where people were like talking, but they're like turning their back at the same time. You're like, oh, that doesn't really sync up. The baby dolls, like this isn't a picky nit. This just freaks me the fuck out. When there's baby dolls and shit like that, like in the background, and then they pass them out. It's always creepy as shit. Like everything about this, again, I gotta go back to the initial point. It's just like, what in the fuck? Like the one lady Pepper or whatever, the other guy,
Yeah, the girl they pick up.
found a fucking set of teeth with braces in them. It's like, That's a wrong sign. Like, we should not be here.
We should get out of this fucking town.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
I mean, like, I know it's the 70s and whatever or not, but a creepy town's a creepy town.
I mean, you could run.
You know
you
what I mean?
could run.
This is not a town you want to be stopping in. This is a town you want to go through as quickly as possible.
You know what? I have a weird. It's not a picking it, but maybe something you guys picked up on when they initially went to the diner gas station. She's like, "Well, if you, your travels, that's your business." I think she was pretty much giving him an out, like, "Hey, you guys feel free to split," because I'm not sure. Like I said, I believe that whole like you said the people that are gone from the town or from the workplace or something like that. I think all of that happened relatively from the slaughterhouse. I think that happened all relatively within like a few weeks of each other, because you still saw pigs that were like locked up and not dead. You saw cows. So I'd imagine the time frame between them going on a murderous spree and killing probably half the town or most of the town, and to them showing up, for me, I think it's a shorter time frame than.
I mean, it makes it for a better story, honestly. If it's just like these fucking townspeople are going on a absolute serial murder spree.
My picking, it's the moment that she found out, Jessica Biel's character, that Kemper got killed, and they're at that one. They're right near the automotive.
Junkyard or whatever.
The junkyard,
yeah.
and they see the glass with the picture in it and all that. I'd be like, give me the keys. Like, you're not, he's like, you're not fucking running the show anymore. We're the fuck out because we matter too.
How about, too, once you hear the horn and you see someone prop a stick up to it to distract you,
right?
Something's
done.
Up. They wanted to get you away from the car for a reason.
There's a million.
Disassemble the tires.
Like I said, not using your brain. Like I said, more. But at that point, sorry, honey. I don't give a shit about you. I'm taking care of me.
I personally hate when movies do the same trick. It's literally a girl walking down the road, muttering to herself or whatever. Then they do it again with Jessica Biel, muttering to herself. To me, I think it's just like, you could have done something a little different.
I think in this case it worked well because it was like full circle. I think you said it earlier, Bobby, where it was like, why the hell was this girl all freaked out? Oh, now I know why she's freaked out, because Jessica Biel's
again, it's like
been in her shoes.
I'm sorry, but like in the first 5 minutes, she goes, "They killed them all. See ya, bitch. Bye bye."
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
But I mean,
they killed them all. She pulls a gun out of her vagina.
Well, they could
no.
You mean you could think she's like a mental patient, or she's just
Fuck
like
that.
fucked up?
And again, fuck that.
With horror movies, you kind of have to just go with it.
You have to go with it.
Yeah.
You're right.
You can't, dude.
I know.
Okay, stop.
You have to go with it.
Stop.
I can go with it. Believe me. Okay? I can go with it. But in this movie, it takes the cake, man.
It's like,
it takes the fucking cake.
Oh, maybe I should get out the Ouija board. Fuck that. Don't do that. Why are you doing that? Like, I was watching Hereditary last night. What
That's a
scary ass
creepy-ass
fucking movie. It's the second time I've
That's
seen
not
it.
Netflix, right? Or something
no, I have it in Blu-ray. But anyway,
Right.
fucking, it's like, oh, let's set up seance. No, we're not. Let's not do that.
Fuck that. Yeah,
Fuck
I'm
that.
out of here.
That's what I'm saying, man. That in horror movies, again, sometimes they can be like, oh, one mistake. It's like, damn, Becky, why the fuck did you go in there? That was dumb. But this one is just like thing after
One
thing
bad
after thing
decision
after thing
after another
thing.
bad decision.
Just like, hey, man, fuck this place.
I mean, that's definitely like a cliche of horror movies, though.
Oh,
where
I
it's
know.
like characters
For sure.
just making dumb decisions.
I got a couple of quotes.
Yeah, I was
I
going to
have
go to
two
quotes.
quotes.
Let's go to quotes.
I have two.
Okay, I got in the very first like car scene, he's like, oh, what's Jessica Biel's character name?
She throws out a little
Annie.
bit of the weed, right?
Annie's like, Annie didn't.
Or is it?
Kemper. No, it's not Annie. That's killing me.
Oh, Aaron.
Aaron.
Sorry.
He's like, Kemper's character is like, Aaron didn't drink the tequila. Aaron didn't drink the weed. Oh, smoke the weed. I don't know. It's fucking little. I was also high when I watched this. So.
No, but even after that, when she throws out the road, she's like, yeah, don't worry. It's not like we don't have 2 pounds of that.
Which, hold on. Actually, as you bring that up, did the sheriff grab a roach from the side and bring it up?
No, from the ashtray up front.
Oh, it was in. Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, joint was in the ashtray up front.
Go ahead.
I have two. I guess that's what brains look like lasagna. And then, I'm sorry, but how often do girls blow off their heads in this shithole town?
Yeah. Bumper says the bumper.
Oh, yeah. I didn't
sticker
catch
says,
it.
Hippie chicks rule.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
dug
it's
that.
70s. It's disco. Yeah.
They go to the little kid. He's like, sick little mutant, get out of here. I don't know why.
And
He does look like a mutant a little bit. It's
He
like-
does.
Oh, he
Yeah,
does.
absolutely.
I meant, yeah.
Little fucked
I like
up.
when he cracks a dude with a bottle in the mouth. Now we got something else
Oh,
in
yeah,
common.
that was
That
good,
was
yeah.
great.
Now
Too.
we
He's
got
like, I
something
like
else.
me Leonard Skinner too, you know, and he's like that.
It's like we got more in common than we thought.
And then I like prior to that, the other scene is like, looks like we got a killer, you know, and like you saw his eyes light up, and I was like, I think he was like half impressed, like he went ahead and pulled the trigger. Like,
I mean, getting R. Lee Ermey
that was awesome.
holds this movie together.
Yes,
Like,
he's the
he's
glue to this.
glue. Like, he's so creepy yet believable that this guy could exist in this town.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and like you said, his progression of different things that his character did
Yes.
fall right in suit with like what a crooked, crazy would do. Like he
Absolutely.
lands it perfect.
I got a couple from R. Lee Ermey is when they're moving the deck. It was like, she ain't gonna bite you.
Yeah.
She's deader than a goddamn doornail. And then the other one is, don't give me any crap, young lady. I got more respect for that dead girl than anybody. What the hell are you doing? Get that nasty bitch out of my car. Throw her in the trunk. Oh, and then his last one is like, I smell bullshit.
yeah.
Which I am going to work into the vocabulary now from now on.
I like it. I dig
smell
it.
bullshit.
Smell bullshit. All right.
I don't
I'm
know.
good
At
on
that
quotes.
point, I wouldn't deny like smoking weed. I'm like, yeah, we were smoking weed. Big fucking deal.
Well,
Like,
the 70s is a big deal.
70s, yeah.
whatever.
Either way, it's still like,
Yeah.
again, like when he's like, oh, I'm going to take you to the station, but you two girls are fine. It's like, yeah.
But also,
no,
I had one more. Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Quickly go back. We're talking about the weed. Reminded me of a picky nit. I forgot.
Go ahead.
Don't just throw the pinata in the middle of the field.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Just place it somewhere, hide it under a rock or something, and come back for it.
and get it. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? I mean, like, or like, go place it in the field, but know where you placed it. Like, oh, it's by this rock or it's by this tree.
12 paces to the north
Right, but like,
from the old oak tree.
like he just chucks it like in there.
Yeah.
You know, I can see that if like the cops are pulling up or something, like, oh, fuck that. But
no,
then
they mishandled that
you
situation
had
from the get go.
so much time to
deal with it.
do it, whatever. Like before you get to the town, put it by the fucking "Welcome to Here" sign. I don't know, whatever, anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, horrible.
Sorry.
That
No,
hurt
it's
me
okay.
deep. Okay, so I had a weird conspiracy theory here, and this is something I brought up to Woj, and it holds a little bit of water. So Dazed and Confused, right at the end of Dazed and Confused,
Okay.
they're going to check out a concert.
Aerosmith.
But
Yeah.
Leonard Skinner could have been there too, or the like week of.
Sure.
You know,
This
is
is
it possible that the Dazed and Confused at the end they picked up a couple of their buddies who were stoners too, went to Mexico, and now
Bobby,
we have.
okay,
And now we
hold on.
have
Let
Texas
me-
Chainsaw
let me
Man, 'cause
throw
they're
it
both
in-
from
let me-
Texas.
Hold on, let me throw it in before Ryan fucking goes
Am I
off
right though?
on here.
It's a pretty cool.
All I'm gonna say
parallel
is that
if you want.
all I'm gonna say is that I feel like this is what you would like it to be.
I would like it
which
to
I
be.
still am down with, but I think this is more of like what you're like. This would be cool if this was an extension. Go ahead, Ryan.
It is not possible because
of years. I know.
I believe.
I get that, but I'm just saying, how cool would it be?
I know Days Confused in 76. I believe this movie's 73 or 72.
So
yeah,
that
73.
So it's 3 years prior. But I like the idea. It's a good. If the years were the same, I'd be
What
with
about
you.
if what's his name was in high school still? Woody or
like,
Matthew McConaughey's
Wooderson.
character?
Yeah, Wooderson.
And he was
They were
meet-
gonna-
and
they
he
were-
was,
they
he
were
was about to
meeting-
no, he's about to meet up his friends in Dallas
That's
for
what
the
they were
concert.
meeting up Wooderson. Yeah, that I could buy. That's
There you go. It's
conceivable,
pre
yeah.
Wooderson, so Dazed before Dazed and Confused.
There's like a deleted scene of him at the concert. Where's everybody at?
Again,
That would
I-
be funny.
Again, I like it. I like that there's
That's
there
good.
natural transition.
If we can ever, that's a good. Maybe we should try and do that. Like, can we mix another movie or something with this to make another thing? That was a
Okay.
good
Like,
crossover
Yeah.
kind of thing. That's a good.
I like
that.
crossover.
If there-
we'll do that at the end, or I know we're approaching the end
Yeah.
of possible.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, that's a future idea.
All right.
No, I was
Well,
saying that I like that.
figure it
that
Put it on the back
you just
burner.
got my
I'm-
brain going a little
I'm
bit.
just saying I'm not gonna be able to think of a
You know,
movie
it,
right now.
It can't always work, but when it can,
And some
maybe
it
we
can,
bring it
yeah.
up. That's not bad. And that's,
I'm just gonna go with the kind of transition to spin-offs, sequels.
yeah,
There it is.
that's where we're at.
Well,
Well,
the
there.
younger years of Leatherface. That's what teenage
Oh,
years.
okay.
He's a little fucking odd. Maybe he gets
Right.
his first kill. Kind of shit like that.
I mean, we could do a sequel. What happens with Aaron afterwards? Like she got away, but like, you know, is she like fucked up? What's going on with her? Or I mean, I think a better idea would be though, I'd like a R. Lee Ermey
Arlie
prequel.
Ermey.
the family.
Anything.
Well,
with
I want to
Arlie
know how
Ermey.
the town got the way the town is.
That's fair.
Why is the town so deserted? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
What happened
Fair.
in the town? Like,
Now there was a sequel to this, just for everyone.
Sure.
There's been
There's like 6
multiple
of them.
sequels, different
there's
fucking
been
remakes,
spinoffs.
and,
Yeah,
but 74. I'll just say this: the 74 one, if you get a chance, go watch that too. 2003 is cool, but 74 is something to it. Anywho, mine would actually be. I know this is like copy paste. The girl that they came upon. What's her story?
Oh yeah, I'm
assuming something very similar, but
Right,
you know what?
yeah.
I don't know. It's just a different, different take.
I would guess it's probably a very similar story to the
Right.
one we just saw. Obviously different characters, but a similar kind of thing.
Like I said, it's kind of a copy paste, but I'd be curious. That's all.
That
Yeah.
seems like some bullshit.
It seems I smell some bullshit.
No, but it seems like some bullshit that they're gonna come out with in like the next 4 years to go like Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Dude.
the prequel before
I
the
mean, you could-
2003
you-
one.
when we had, I mean, you could have done like a versus, like you had like Freddy versus Jason versus Leatherface or some shit like that, Or
I'm such a.
I'm not saying it'd be good. I'm just
we'll
saying
get
like
to
they,
the-
They don't even go into this. Like they said, he has a skin condition. He's like, you guys weren't
Well,
nice
he
to my
takes-
boy.
he
And
takes
that's
his
very.
mask off and
Yeah.
he's fucking butt ugly.
Like I said, I think some type of tumors, lesions, or inbreeding or
wasn't
some
his
shit.
nose like cut?
His nose was clean
He
off.
like
pretty
he
much,
yeah,
yeah.
he didn't
Yeah.
really have a nose, but either way, he's an ugly bitch. I'll just say, just real quick on the soundtrack, Leonard Skinner's "Sweet Home
From Alabama. Yeah.
Yep.
God
So,
damn.
There's not much of a soundtrack though.
Nah,
dude.
pretty much it.
It's
That
a
was
horror
it.
movie. It's
Yeah.
fine, but I just wanted to mention.
Usually
like,
a horror movie, you get like one song.
I'm glad that they said, "Hey, we're going to Leonard Skinner," and they're listening to it. The tracks
Makes sense,
I
yeah.
like
It does. It does. I was saying in the beginning before everything gets weird and scary. It does feel like they're like a real movie, like they're really friends and they're going to this
Yeah, no, it
concert.
feels real.
And like the whole like, hey, can you turn up the AC? And she's got this little fan. And like, yeah, nope, can't do it. Like it's a good setup for the rest of the movie.
One thing that I didn't get, like I said, I think it was discussed, and then they dropped it in the movie. And we're gonna do our ratings here. One last time.
Yeah.
The whole ring thing that he finds the ring on Kemper.
Yeah, I would have thought that they actually did something with that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You would think it'd be better if Aaron found it.
Or
when-
like he
you
like
know.
showed it to her as like a last fuck
Or if he
you,
was
like,
if he was like
eh.
wearing it or something and she saw it.
The Kemper face though, that was
Well,
fucking
that's
wild.
also weird is that he had it for sure on before, and then the other ones I'm like, this doesn't look like it. It could be they're trying to say, oh yeah, that's still still Kemper, but didn't really look like him after the first initial look.
That was creepy as hell though. I'll say that when that one.
Yeah,
other girl
anytime
gets...
somebody wears another person's
axed
face,
up.
I'm pretty fucking scared.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, so own it, stream it, pass, rent it. What are you guys ranking this one? And then give us a.
I do own it. I would say for most people, it's probably a stream. It's a good like early 2000s like slasher, scary movie. It's not the best, not the worst. Worth a watch. I give it a 7.2.
Okay, me. Jeez, horror movies. Let me tell you about them. Okay, that was an awful.
I was just say too. For me too, personally, slasher movies are not my favorite of the horror genre. So I probably might rank them a little lower than I would maybe like a Conjuring
I get it, though. I get it.
or something.
I like
different.
Sinister. Sinister is one.
Yeah,
of
like Sinister, something where it's like a presence or a ghostly or demon.
yeah, that's
That shit
wild.
just scares me
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
So.
This is what I'm going to say about horror movies. Is that again with you, Ryan? It's just really not my favorite genre.
Yeah.
That being said, though, is that I do have a real big problem when Hollywood tends to be very repetitive, and you just keep releasing the same story. But this is a prequel, this is a sequel, this is 10 years later, what have
So
you?
what they did to Halloween, essentially, yeah.
But this is what I'm saying, though, is that I would believe that the other versions of this is probably better than this one. So I'm going to probably go with you pass probably on this one.
Watch the original.
And probably I would say that the original's probably got to be a little bit better in terms of maybe a story, which again I look for. I don't love that just like again they're just to me this is like making a horror film for the sake of making a horror film. It's like it's a slasher, everybody dies almost, the chick gets away. It's very vanilla. It's very like, hey, this is what happened. It doesn't that I'm gonna say pass. I'm saying probably there's a better version of this story.
Okay,
Texas
I can
Chainsaw
respect that. I
Massacre.
think the 74. So I'll say about this one, I think that the scene setup and the level of detail in like all the different scenes, I think that took a lot of credit. That was something of worth, something of value. But I didn't get your number. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was gonna get there. I wasn't really opening up.
No, yeah, my bad.
There.
Sorry.
You just
I'm
decided
gonna
to
roll into mine.
It's
then.
all good, man.
Good.
I'll go a 6.6.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh,
like I
6.6,
said,
got it.
I think that there's got to be a better version of it, and I would probably enjoy the 74 version.
The 74, like I said, I think this actually really started off the slasher because prior to think about it,
I don't know, when did Halloween start coming? 70s,
80s,
78.
Oh yeah,
78.
78.
Look
So
how quick he pulled that crew cut.
no, you're right. 78 was but like I said, I think this was really the, call it like laying down the track for horror movies and slasher movies. I own this.
Yeah, okay.
I think the 74 version is better just in general, but I think that scene development and the amount of detail warrants a better ranking. I'd give this one a 7.8. I don't think it quite hits the B factor because I just call it the main character, Jessica Biel, making it out. No offense. She'd be one of the first ones.
I mean, with her choices in the movie, she would absolutely have been dead.
But I do like that they had the crazy-ass sheriff and then the guy who portrayed Leatherface. He's a big hulking man, so I'm glad that they went that direction. Yeah, no offense. If you give me Leatherface or Freddy Krueger, I'd rather deal with Freddy Krueger.
Can I just, again, make a comment, though, is that if you don't have any lines, like, I absolutely go Freddy Krueger because he made the character. Jason and Leatherface are in the same category of, like, you don't have any lines.
The story makes the character, not him. Yeah.
Right, and that's a great way to put it.
What are we talking in terms of, like, we like more who's scarier?
No, to me, I say if you don't have any dialogue, it's very tough to be like, oh, the actor who played Leatherface is great. I go...
the character of Leatherface.
The character is great. That's writing. That's the writing that makes that...
Freddy gets a lot more to work with. He gets lines.
Yeah, he does.
That's what I'm saying is that Freddy Krueger, to me, is like... I think his name is something London, right?
Robert Englund.
Same, but different.
London, England.
I'm just saying, is like at least he got a lot more to work with, whereas a guy like Leatherface, like again, the guy, he portrayed it very well, but like I don't think he really did anything. He just basically was a
I'll say this though,
guy.
call this a win. From this movie, the budget was $9.2 million, grossed over $105 million.
That's a success.
And a video game came off of this, and there was a video, I had to look it up, called Suffocate by Motor Grader that was based off of the film, the film and some of the scenes there that were used in.
I would say that a staple generally of horror movies is they're made for cheap and make a lot of money, which is a good thing. For
the good ones do, yeah.
Most of them do. Like you make it for like $5 to $10
Paranormal
million.
Activity.
Blair
I would
Witch
love to have been
Project.
an investor for that.
Blair Witch made $800,000. They made like $230 million or something or whatever.
Definitely so. Sorry. Is it on me to?
Yes. Well, it's your choice. It'll be Halloween next Thursday when we record. So this better be.
Fun.
This better be a good
We might
choice.
have to push that because I like to be around on Halloween, so we might have to move it a day.
Absolutely fine. But this is going to be again in keeping in the theme of horror and slashers
Whores?
and
A lot of whores.
and horror. I'm gonna go with the classic slasher of Halloween Town.
Oh, okay.
The
You're going
Disney Channel movie.
Hell yeah!
Oh my
Nightmare Before
God.
Christmas. All
I
right.
was gonna joke around that he was gonna pick that.
I fucking hate Halloween.
Oh
Fuck the
my
holiday.
God.
We're doing Halloween Town. I love it. Decom, baby.
Alrighty.
This pussy ass movie I watched as I was
Hey,
a
fuck
kid.
you. I like this movie.
Well,
No,
you're
I
gonna
like it
watch.
too.
Hey, Ryan, you're gonna watch it again.
You're going to watch
dude.
it and like it.
Why don't you just pick Phantom of the Megaplex? Woj, is that next on your list?
No, Halloween Town is better.
Or there's something under my bed or whatever that one is. I forgot.
No,
what it's
man, I
called.
don't fuck with Goosebumps, man. Goosebumps is scary.
Halloween Town.
Halloween Town it is. Get your fucking Disney.
Wait, are you talking about Halloween Town or Nightmare Before Christmas?
the Disney movie Halloween
We're
Town.
doing
Oh,
Halloween
the Disney
Town.
Channel original movie.
I thought you were talking about because that's what they call Nightmare.
No.
That they live in Halloween.
Literally
Town.
Halloween Town from the Disney Channel original movie.
Halloween
fucking
Town.
kidding me?
It's on
Here we
Disney
go.
Plus.
All right, never mind. I would draw my previous support because Amber made me watch it, and it's a nice little film. But
Amber, shout out.
All right.
You're the best.
all right, guys, you could skip our next podcast.
Halloween Town.
That's great.
Book it, bitches.
Oh my god.
All right, the Journeymen Lounge podcast. Out of here, motherfuckers.
Oh, I can't wait to watch
Sad though.
Halloween
It's her
Town.
favorite like Halloween like movie too.
That's
Amber.
right, because Amber's got great taste.
Well, he's setting you up for success then, Bob. You should be thanking him.
You're welcome. All right, peace out.